Hello, Keller Williams Realty Leading Edge. Dave Nielsen, one of your productivity coaches here. Very quick, we're going to go over the disclosure of personal interest or family relationship form. This form is for when you are working with a client to whom you are related. So let's actually skip to the kind of the meat and potatoes of this document where it lays out the ways that you can be related to somebody, or if you are somebody, by the way, which is the first couple. So if you are a buyer, you would need to fill this form out as a real estate licensee, indicating that you are a real estate licensee purchasing a property for yourself. So you would click this, that you are a buyer. So you would check number one. You're a buyer, regardless of the percentage of ownership at issue. So if you and 8 of your friends are buying property and none of them are licensees, but you are, you have to fill out this form and check that box. If you are a seller, same thing, same reasoning. If you are an owner of an entity, that is the buyer or a seller. So for like an LLC or a company who's acquiring another company or a property or whatever, then you have to check that. Now, the majority of this takes place within box 4 here. These are all of the ways that you can be related to somebody. And it goes all the way down to step grandfather, first cousin-in-law, niece, step niece, all sorts of things. Guys, my advice to you is if you are even distantly related to somebody, just do this. Just check one of these boxes. Even if you think you don't need it, then it's better safe than sorry. 2 very good friends of mine, they are 5th cousins. If one of them was a licensee representing the other, my recommendation to them would be to fill this out. It doesn't say 5th cousin on here, but still, I would recommend it out. We don't want any questions that don't have to be asked. So better safe than sorry on that one. A new addition, actually, this year, I believe, to this form is number 5. The licensee, you, is disclosing that you, excuse me, are a representative of a household member, which includes any person having legal residence or living in a licensee's place of residence. What does that mean? That can apply to a foster child, or a child, or a person, even an adult to whom you are not related, who is living in your home, who has your home as their legal residence, for any number of reasons. I mean, like I guess I don't want to dive too deeply into it, but like a client of mine, actually, there was they always referred to him as their son, but he wasn't technically their son. They hadn't adopted him. He was a person with special needs who lived in their property because his biological parents couldn't take care of him. So that person didn't technically have any relation to them, but his address was that house. Now, if either of those people were real estate licensees and they were helping that individual buy or sell a property, they would have checked that box, even though they're not technically related. So that's actually a new addition to the form, pretty recent. At the top of the form, it'll be specific to a property. So 123 Main Street for the property, or whatever the property is, the name of the seller, the name of the buyer, and then the parties involved must sign. That's the document. Guys, this opens up doors for legal ramifications if you are supposed to sign this and don't, which is why I am recommending, even if you don't think you need to, if it's possible you might need to, it's better to just sign it. And certainly you can ask your coach if that's appropriate. So again, that's all. Thank you very much. You have a great one.